Hi, guys. I'm Nija Sym, and you are listening to the Create Yourself podcast. If I sound extra calm and quiet in this episode, it is because it is pretty late at night, but inspiration struck. So, we have to show up when the inspiration arises. Today's download, or tonight's download, I should say, but it doesn't matter what time of day you're listening. I heard, don't quit when you start to see success. Do not quit when you start to see success. Now, the download was a little bit more elaborate in my head, but let me explain. You are going to experience finally reaching a level of success in your life. You're finally going to have a breakthrough in your business. You're finally going to have a breakthrough in your mindset. You're finally going to have a breakthrough in the way that you see yourself and the way that you see your life and the experience that you're having. It's going to be a profound aha moment, and you're going to be like, finally, I have crossed this threshold that has been keeping me stuck and stagnant for so long. However, do not quit once you start to see success. Now, I'm sharing this message from my own personal experience because that is always where these downloads sort of come from. But I am thinking about a few times in my life where I start a new endeavor, and surprisingly, I am good at it or I see success at it, but I get bored of things so quickly that even if I start to see success, I throw it away. I won't get too specific, but actually maybe I will. Okay, last year I started doing freelance photography. And I started getting clients and booking gigs and making money. And then I decided, you know what? I don't want to do this anymore. I started making money through my digital products and creating things that were offering value. And then for some reason, I thought, I don't know if this is providing value. Do I need to keep doing this or do something else? And another example, I started my private membership last year and then started thinking, am I going to stick with this? Am I going to do this? Or am I going to do something else? After seeing success with it, after having over 200 something incredible women sign up to be a part of my community. And so then I started to think, I am seeing a pattern here. And I have a pattern of quitting when I start to get good at something or when I start something new and when I think I really want it. And I don't know if this is like subconsciously what I've trained myself to do. I mean, I can even recall times in my life where I'm working a job that I don't want to be at anymore, and I just am so good at turning in my resignation letter, just so good at saying, I don't want to work here anymore, so good at saying, you know what, I think I'd like to work for myself instead. And so every time I entered a job, honestly, I never really stayed for very long. I would always get bored. No, I would beg the universe for the opportunity to be in that job and then get it and then get bored or get over whatever and then put in my resignation letter. So I'm noticing this pattern within myself of when I get bored or when I get over something, I completely abandon it, even if I see success with it. And so I was even having a moment today where I was just sitting and thinking, what am I doing? What am I going to do with my life? What am I doing with my business? What direction is X, Y, and Z going in? And I just felt like I kept getting to this place where I wanted to reinvent the wheel. But then I received the download, you've already been doing things that works. Why are you completely scrapping the things that work and completely starting all over? Why are you doing that to yourself? Now, this might be a word for other people. Why are you starting a new endeavor knowing that you've already planted the seeds for something good? Why are you scrapping the thing, right? And I guess it's arguable, right? Like if your soul no longer resonates with the thing that you were working on, okay, fine, that makes sense, scrap it. If you no longer resonate with that business idea or you no longer resonate with that job or whatever, okay, fine, you're free to scrap it. You're an adult, you have free will. Follow your instincts, follow your intuition. But I'm specifically talking about those things that used to really make you excited, right? That business that really had you excited, that idea that really had you excited, and you have already laid the foundation or done the groundwork to get it started. I'm speaking for myself personally, but I know there are women who listen to me that have already started a really incredible business or digital product or whatever it is that you do. You've had a really brilliant idea of what you want to create or what you want to do. Maybe even a habit that you've already started, right? Like you started going to the gym and you started seeing the results and you started seeing your body carve out and you started to, really love your physique. And then you just completely scrap it like it was never helping and start complaining about the things that you used to complain about when you were solving your problem. And then you act like you forgot the solution to your problem, right? You already came up with the incredible business idea or product idea or service idea or self-care maintenance routine or whatever it is that you figured out, and it was working for you and you were disciplined enough to do it and you were seeing the results. And then you completely scrap it like you completely forgot that it was ever working for you. You have to stop this. Saying this to you, but also saying this to myself, because I came back to the realization like, Nija, you have to stop reinventing the wheel. Okay, you have to stop reinventing the wheel and you have to commit to something. And I think that is a really big lesson that I probably am going to be initiated into learning this year. How to commit to the things that I start, how to commit to my goals and to my dreams. I'm so good at being a dreamer, so good at being a visionary, so good at saying, I want this and I want that, and wouldn't life be so good if this happened? Such a manifestation girly. But we can't just stay in the realm of vision. The vision has to materialize. And I realized that I was just so good at being a visionary, so good at coming up with the business ideas, so good at coming up with the product ideas, but there was no follow through. There's a lack of execution on the vision. And I do believe that I have been causing myself personally to suffer because I keep wanting to reinvent the wheel or rework things out that I've already worked out in my head. I'm already seeing physical success, tangible evidence of success from things that I used to do, and there's no need to reinvent the wheel. I know that you guys might be like, Nija, like specifically, what are you talking about? I will give you guys a specific example. So something in my business that worked really well last year was one, hosting classes through my private community, Dream Life Academy. People really liked the Zoom calls and everything like that. But for whatever reason, there is resistance for me showing back up. And maybe you guys who are in DLA can help me out, give me some encouragement, because I feel as if it's my calling to show up in this way. And I'm seeing success and getting feedback from the ladies saying, no, this is helpful. This is changing my life. This is incredible. And so I know that it works. I know that there's something here, but yet I'm feeling resistance to showing up. And that's just one aspect, right? Another thing that really worked for me in my business last year was creating digital products and offering value through digital products. Got really good at creating ebooks and making workbooks and just digital assets that my clients and people that I work with can use. And again, getting feedback saying, Nija, we love your designs. It's so aesthetic. Your books are so cute. Thank you for the information. This has been so helpful. I'm getting the feedback. I'm seeing the sales in my Shopify store. A few days ago, I was asleep and I hear a ding at 3 o'clock in the morning, and it was my Shopify store notifying me that I had just made a sale. So, saying all that to say, I am seeing the fruits of the work that I have put in, right? I've spent hours and hours and hours, days and days and days working on these products, finally put them out into the world. And instead of being like, oh, now I need to create something new, I need to create something new, why don't I just commit to what I've created that already works? Not to say I'll never create a new product again, but why was I trying to scrap the entire idea of like having my shop? Like, these things work. Now bring it back to you. There are things in your life that work, things in your life you've discovered and it just works. It could be your morning walk or your daily walk. When you do it, you just feel so good and it works. It could be your meal plan, your meal prepping. You've got it down to a T and it just works for you and you see the benefits. Whatever it is for you, making your YouTube videos or making content, you finally found, the style or the aesthetic that you want to create in, and it works for you. Your downfall is going to be quitting the things that are working for you. We have to stop being so good at throwing everything away. And I learned this because, again, so good at quitting jobs that I didn't want, so good at quitting jobs that didn't serve me. But then now I'm starting to quit my projects and quit the things that I personally enjoy doing, and I'm not committing to them. And I think it's so easy to just throw it away. And then I'm like, God, where's my success? Universe, where's my success? And my guides are like, Nija, you had something that worked. You literally have something that worked. There are people out there who really are lost in their purpose and have no idea where to start. You have something that works. Why are you acting like you don't know what to do? Why are you every single day saying, I need to rediscover what I'm going to do, rediscover my business, I need to rediscover. No, you need to build on the foundation that you've already created, right? You've already come up with a brand name, build on it. You've already bought your website domain, build on it. You've already made the Instagram account, build on it. You've already done certain things, you've already gotten certain things in place. Build on it. You don't always have to start from zero. You don't always have to start from scratch. And in fact, if you are unable to commit to something, you are going to be seriously shooting yourself in the foot in this year. So the message I'm receiving is there is absolutely already something that you have seen success in, even as soon as last year you saw success, right? Or there's something in your past that was the winning idea and it resonated with you, but for whatever reason you got bored with it, you got tired of it, and you threw it away. It's time for you to go back into that treasure chest, find that thing, and recommit to it. And so today is January 13th, and it is a full moon. And I think I am going to do a full moon ritual on committing to the things that I have thrown away in the past. Now, I know full moons we're supposed to be focusing on releasing, but I'm not necessarily stating a new intention. I'm not setting a new intention. I am recommitting to previous intentions that previously worked for me that I threw away or didn't realize that, no, if I would just commit to this, I would be so successful. I would be so much further. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do before I tuck myself in for the evening. But that is the message. Don't give up on the thing. Don't throw it away, whatever your thing is. You don't want to start and stop, start and stop, start and stop these projects, because your life has the ability to drastically change and transform. But if you keep throwing away the thing that you're working on, it's really going to stop the progression of your growth. You might have been feeling like you've been stagnant or going through seasons of being stagnant or feeling stagnant. But when I just look back at the last couple of years, I realize that I've always known what I needed to do. I just kept second guessing it. And in the second guessing it, it has delayed my progress. And so I really need to commit to the things that are working and let them continue to work so that, the success can be even greater. And that is the message for you. Commit to the thing that is already working and let the success be even greater. All right, guys, I have rambled long enough. My name is Nija Sym. You are listening to the Create Yourself podcast. Thank you for hanging out with me, and I will hang out with you guys in the next one. Bye.